everybody. How are you today? Welcome back to The Good Life with the Stoners. As always, here's my bride. And I am Michael. Love that you're here today. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching the video. And give us a thumbs up if you like this one at the end. We love that you're here. And so...
Just no idea.
So one of the things that we really truly believe in is living a life that is good. That's why our name is The Good Life. But there's a lot of things that go into that. And what we wanted to do today was share with you the first 5 ways that we have created the good life for ourselves. These may not be specific things that work for you, but it's things that you can implement in your life or things to think about because it works so well and has worked so well for us, our relationship, our family, and who we are as a couple.
It's also Christmas coming up, and I have my snow shirt on today. So this is a special episode.
Oh, these are a few of my favorite things. All right, so we're going to start with the first 5 in this episode, and then next week we'll do another 5 and break it up for you so it's not crazy long. We want you to listen to it. All right, so the first thing that we see all the time is burning bridges. What we believe in is not burning those bridges. So knowing that you go through a lot in life, but there's a reason that you go through a lot in life. It gets you to the point that you're at now. So the struggles that you go through are super important. And a lot of times when people get frustrated and go through things, or a bad job or a bad relationship, those bridges get burned. And what we're saying is that you never know when you will need that bridge to go down again, to walk across. So don't burn those bridges, because there's some things that you maybe dealt with 10 years ago and it comes full circle. So don't burn those bridges. Keep those bridges wide open.
Yeah, so the second thing that you can focus on to make sure that you are going through life and learning lessons that are super impactful and are going to help you build a good life is going deeper. Like, you can always go deeper. So doing a self-assessment within your life, where are you maybe not going deep enough that you can tap into something that, whether it be a relationship that could go deeper, or your health, or just yourself in general, of like, are you really tuned into who you are, what life means to you and what matters to you, what your priorities are. Always going deeper in any aspect of life is going to lead you into alignment and on the right path that is going to help you live the good life.
Yeah. There's always the question in psychology and in a lot of other areas is the why. Why are you doing that? Why? And you keep asking that question, because the further you go, the more in depth and the more you get to that core. We always mention peeling back that onion, and this is the prime example of that. You keep peeling back those layers, keep peeling it back, and you're going to get to the core, and you're going to dig really deep. And you can do that in, like Mickayla said, so many different ways. Your relationship, because we can always go further.
Yeah.
Always. And there's always so many things that we discover about each other. And it's the same thing with our family. It's the same thing with a job, with relationships, everything.
A good aspect of this too is you have to get to a point where you realize nothing's perfect, and you also have to come to a place where you aren't okay with being complacent or at a standstill. Yeah. This is about growth. This tip is about learning that you are not perfect. There's always ways that you could grow and improve, and honestly, that it's okay being dissatisfied in certain areas of your life and wanting more. And being able to go deeper is the same thing as wanting more. You can be okay and content and satisfied and happy and have joy in your life and also want to go deeper at the same time.
Yes. Very good. The next one we have learned is you need to have self-trust and self-confidence. compassion for yourself. These two things take a while to get, but in your overall health as a human being, it's something to strive for, because it's amazing what you can do when you have both of these inside yourself. So self-trust is keeping those promises that you made to yourself, whether it be goals that you put in front of you, whether it be a lifestyle that you want to live, whether it be a job that you want to obtain, or whether you want to have a family like you truly believe you were meant to have, is believe in that trust and trust yourself that you will have the strength to find that. So keep that trust with you, with yourself, and those promises that you put in front of you. The other one is self-compassion. We are terrible to ourselves in a lot of different ways. We say the meanest things to ourselves that we would never say to anybody else. And I think we've said it in a past episode, but talk to yourself like you would talk to your mother.
Yeah.
You're not going to say 3/4 of the things that you say to yourself that you would say to your mom.
No. Like, I always think of that whenever I'm beating myself up, is if my best girlfriend were sitting across the table from me and asking for my advice or whatever she may be saying to me, and I just looked at her and said some of the things that I say to myself, like about my body image or something, you would never say that to your best friend. You would be compassionate, you would be loving, you'd be supportive. We have to get to a point where we're saying those things on the daily to ourselves and really treating ourselves like that.
Yeah. So stop beating yourself up. Stop judging yourself to this high standard that no one could ever get to. Be real with yourself, but have that compassion and have that trust.
Yeah. So number 4 for our tip today for living the good life is making human interaction a priority in your life. It is, I think more than ever, we're learning how important it is right now.
Yeah.
In our marriage personally, like I've said, I think I made a post about it the other day. I love him dearly. I love him so much. I love my children so much. But I need my girl gang. I need other women in my life that are in the same season, that are going through similar things. And there are certain things that we go through as women, and there are certain things that men go through that we will never relate. We will never understand on certain levels. We just won't. And so having human interaction and being able to get with somebody in whatever capacity you can during this time is so essential and crucial for living your best life, being your best self, pursuing your best future. We need humans. We need people around us. And although everything is going virtual and mainstream and fast-paced, we need to find ways of being with people and getting that interaction still, because you will not feel like you're flourishing or growing or honestly feel fulfilled if you are constantly taken away and out of that interaction with humans.
Yeah. We're social beings. All of us are. Even the most antisocial person is a social being. That's why animals, birds flock together. That's why, wolves have a pack. It's the same things with human beings. We're the same. We're animals. We're mammals. We are the same. And we group together because there was something, and I don't know if there's a ton of truth, like how much truth there is to it, but what I heard is that we need like some form of human touch throughout the day. And I don't know how much that was, but even if it's just actually accidentally rubbing up against somebody or a hug, that it does something to us internally that is like connects us.
Yeah, and chemically, we have a release of chemicals when you touch somebody for longer than 25 seconds, and it's like
that's why she has the longest hugs in the world, the most uncomfortable hugs with me, where it's like,
okay, let go.
I love you. Okay, all right.
And I just keep hanging on because I'm like, I need my full 25 seconds.
Yeah, like counting down.
But just like sitting on the couch and he's got his hand on my leg or whatever you do for that constant interaction and connection, think about people that even are introverts. Are you an introvert and you're like, you meet somebody else who's an introvert and you're like, I'm an introvert too. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm an introvert too. You're still flocking together and connecting with people that have similar likes, similar unique things about them that you guys can connect with. We need that interaction.
Yes. And the last one for today is focus. Focus, okay? And what I mean by this and what we've learned is that in every part of your life, we talk about balance, and balance isn't 50-50 at all.
No.
But when you are in that certain thing that you are focused on at that time, you need to be dialed in with that focus. So if it's that time with kids and it's after work and it's playtime with your kids, you should be 100% focused on that. Not 90% on the phone and 10% with your kids. Dial that in with the focus with your kids. So, and this goes beyond just family. It's your job, it's your lifestyle, it's if you're playing sports, if you're working out, if you're on the phone, if you're talking to somebody on a Zoom call, because we're all on Zoom calls now, is that being focused right there. That's what is going to get you to that next level as far as being completely satisfied and loving your life and understanding the reasons that you're doing that. And so being dialed in with your focus will get you to have and live that impactful life that you were born to live.
The good life. I will say personally and admit that this last tip is something I really struggle with. And I think women in general though struggle with it because we are way better multitaskers.
Yeah, I'm terrible at it.
So if a guy, just in general, if a male is like, this is my kid time, I'm thinking about nothing else because all I'm doing is focusing on playing with my kids for the next 2 hours. And what's going on in a mom's brain or a woman's brain is, I need to do this, I need to do this tomorrow, I can't forget to do this, I did this, why did that happen to me earlier? Why did that person say that? We've got 90,000 different things going through our brains, and guys are like, I'm gonna sit on the couch and play trains with my kids. Like,
because that's all I can focus on.
So this, I think, is a work in progress for everybody.
Yeah.
I will admit it's a huge work in progress for me of just staying focused and like compartmentalizing work, my kids, family life, my marriage, my friendships. And honestly, I have to be better at it.
So those are the first five lessons we have learned at The Good Life. Next week, we'll go into the next 5. Might be a bonus one because, again, I can't count. And make sure you give us a thumbs up, you like the page, and become a subscriber. Thanks so much. We'll catch you next time.